everybody, welcome back to the Crazy Canucks channel, coming from Saskatchewan, Canada. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do some fixing. I've got my Duramax here, and the heater controls obviously have seen better days. It was working intermittently, and if you tapped it, it would work, and then if you tap it too much, it breaks. So I went on to YouTube and watched a video on how to change this out. Nothing like becoming a 15-minute professional. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull the dash off, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to turn it on, put the gear shift all the way down, and then pull this dash completely out of here, exposing the controls. So I'll turn this back off, and I'm going to remove the heater control here with these couple screws and see how that goes. We'll be right back. Okay, so I popped the screws, pulled it out. I'm looking at the wiring, and it looks like somebody was in here before, because these wires aren't, I don't think they're supposed to be like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to unclip the wiring on the back of this unit, put the new one in, and check it and make sure everything's working. And if not, I think that's the problem, is where these wires were cut. So this is one thing. You don't even need the grand solar minimum to come along. With carbon taxes and increasing food prices, when it comes to fixing vehicles, you may not be able to afford to take it to a shop. So if you learn how to do it yourself and develop those skills, that'd be just great. Or find somebody within your community that can do it for you, and maybe you can trade some plants or food or labor or something for the fixing services. So I'm going to get this all disconnected and reconnected, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we got this this wiring harness all back in place. She's all connected up. So we'll just clip it back in, just like that. We'll turn it on, and hopefully we're going to see some action here. And there you have it, it's working. Right on. Yeah, that's all working. This side's working, air conditioning working, everything's working. Right on. So I'm just going to screw that back into place, put the bezel back in, and it's done, it's fixed. Now, one thing I will say is when I no longer need my full-time day job, and I can just run off the farm and home here, this Duramax will be gone. It's, for one thing, it's really not necessary to have something you know, for local driving that's this expensive. Also, whenever we get the solar flare that's going to take out the electronics, this one will be useless. What I'll be looking for is probably an early 80s to mid 80s diesel four-wheel drive. Something very basic, something there I can fix everything myself. I just had to get a heater hose replaced on here, and it was $500. The hose itself was $70. On an older vehicle, the hose would be like $30, and I could do it myself. So, you know, you got to weigh your options. But that's the fixing portion of this channel, and there'll be a few more little tidbits like that coming up, because it's good to have a rounded set of skills when you're possibly going to be on your own, and other services may not be available. So that's it for this fixing, and as usual, like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, spread the word, stay safe.